Welcome back to the show. You are watching Pree Dis. Now moving on and keeping things rolling. Itana the Strong One recently performed in Fort Lauderdale at the Grace Jamaican Jerk Festival. Now before we give you a performance, we were there at her rehearsal. Pree Dis. Itana, I've always loved Itana from day one, the strong one. Just keep going on, keep going on. Now you're watching Pree Dis and we're always giving you what's hot and what's the best. I wouldn't. Itana, right now is your turn. So we're keeping the show on Itana right now, and the spotlight continues. So listen up, she speak a little bit more about personal, about management, all of that. So Itana, take away the show.
Now Itana, recently we heard that you have sort of not been too happy with the way VP handled your last album. Talk to us about that.
Well, first of all, we had in every time I'm preparing an album, we always want to know what the album budget is, what the marketing budget is, all of these things, what the marketing plan is for the album. And during that time, VP was going through a transition too as well, because they were shifting people around right in the middle of the preparation for the album. So I can understand that they did not have everything ready, you know, and the schedule was already set. The album had to be out, and so Free Mind Music, which is my company, my management company, had their promotion and their marketing plan, and we were just waiting on theirs, and we never got it until really late. And I feel like a lot more could have been done, though I understand their position. But I think being an artist, every artist wants to know that everybody has done and have done and will do their best, you know, to promote and to market the album, so that, you know, the album continues to have legs. You know, I had Claude Sears as my manager when I was in 2007 when I was at Fifth Element Records. And then, of course, you know, he got incarcerated in 2007. So I was basically left alone till I went to Sharon Burke, because I was introduced to her before, but she wasn't working with me. And then I worked with Sharon Burke as my manager for 2 or 3 years. And then after that, I was left on my own again to continue. And I continued, and I started Free Mind Music LLC. I had my own employees, my own team. Then I went back to Claude Sears in 2013, January, because he was released last year, November.
Now when I got my notes and see that we'll be talking about Itana on this week's show, I'm like, yo, seriously, I love Itana, so I definitely don't have no problem, because I know the viewers will always love the strong one. Now Itana continues in the show, and she talk a little bit more about the upcoming singles, all her upcoming performances. So all Itana fans, listen up right here. You're watching Pree Dis.
Singles, wow. I recorded 3 new singles with Clive Hunt a couple weeks ago, and boy, them did hard. They were hard, but I did it. And there are more singles to come, but right now on the radio playing, there's a song called "Thy Will Be Done" that was done by Stephen Marley's son Joe Mercer and myself. It started off saying, "Give us vision lest we perish." Of course, that was taken from the anthem, and it's because I think that Jamaica lacks not Jamaica itself, like the people. I think the leaders of the country, they lack vision, especially the fact that they stop investing in the education of the youths. There's a song called "Hemp Eyes" coming after, which talks about the medicinal uses and all the different uses of marijuana, instead of people who are smoke it every day. You know, when you get 5% THC from smoking and 64 and up from eating it like a regular vegetable or fruit, I think it would be better for your lungs, for your whole body, if you just stop smoke it and eat it and drink it, you know. The next video is going to be better tomorrow. There'll be a day, there'll be a way, there'll come a time to sing a brand new song. There'll be a better tomorrow. African sounds, world beat.
Never seen you rock so. Now it's time to play. You move me like the wind blows. As night becomes a day. I know you want to go slow. Where I don't know. But rocking is the true road. Hear me when I say, just like reggae. Hit me like a drum. Reggae. Play cards and I will strum. Reggae. Sing out and I will come. Oh, reggae, you're the one.
What shows can we see Etana on going into December, early into the new year?
There's a Female Revolution, 11:30. So that's the 30th of November. There's Sting. And we're planning on doing some free stop-ins into different communities just to heal up the people and make them know what going on. Give out some t-shirts, some CDs. So them are going to see me in the streets.
I know you want to go slow. Where I don't know. But rocking is the true road.
I'm going to enjoy the time with the people, full joy the time with the people in Jamaica from November all the way to January, beginning of February, and then we're out. US, then we'll go back to Europe, then we'll go UK, then we'll go back to US again, then we'll go back to Europe, and then we'll come back to Jamaica.
Final question. Tessanne Chin is making inroads right now, competing on The Voice. What do you think about that, and what kind of advice would you pass on to Tessanne right now?
You really think Tessanne need advice right now? I think she good like gold. She good like gold. What she did for herself, like she said, she wants to be a solo artist, but in a different world other than reggae, and it's not easy for anyone to get there. And so what she did, I consider it very brave, and I consider her taking the challenge, serious belief in herself, you know, and I'm happy that she wasn't signed before or caught up in some deal where she couldn't have the opportunity to do that. So big ups to her and her team and everybody, and yeah, she don't need no advice. She good like gold in the air.
You know, I have to come get myself a snack right here inside the QNS Mini Mart inside the transport center. You're watching Pree Dis, and we're going for another commercial break. When we get back, we still have a lot more, so keep it locked.